Look how they walking around them, auctioning them off like cattle, laughing, smiling, taking pictures while standing on the heads of gods. These are not decorations. These were your ancestors, your titans, your priest kings, carved into the mountains, buried in the damn canyon. They told you it's just erosion, just sand and wind? No, this here was a city, a temple, a civilization so old and so powerful they had to bury it to control the timeline. The Grand Canyon, that is not a natural crack in the earth. That's the skeleton of a damn empire. Cities carved into walls, domes blasted off, temples renamed Zoroaster and Isis temple-like mythology. No, this was America's Jerusalem, Atlantis, Amexem. They bombed it with water, with fire, reset it, and built fake trails for tourists while setting up surveillance on the real entrances so they could sit on our thrones. And don't miss this part: Shiva, Buddha, Hanuman, Isis, Horus, all them so-called foreign gods. Why you think their temples and names show up here in America? Because the old world was here. The spiritual capital was here. They just moved the story overseas and left the ruins buried under dirt and lies. Look at these mountains. Look at these faces. These ain't rocks. These are titans. These are ancestors. These are power stations of a black global civilization they tried to erase. Now zoom in on this one. See the face in the stone? That is not pareidolia. That's a giant. A titan. The mountain is the man. Y'all keep looking for your royalty in a museum, in a book, in Egypt. But the throne was always here. They terrified, not just of us talking, not just of us remembering, but of one of us stepping foot back on one of these sites. Because they know what we made them out of. They know our energy is living technology. They know our blood holds keys. And they can't know the moment one of us touches the right rock, the whole thing will power back on. Just like in Atlantis, Shorty touched the stone, and it wasn't no rock, it was a whole ship. That's what them Grand Canyon temples really are. Power stations, gateways, receivers, portals. You think this just art? No, this was spiritual technology. These heads weren't just statues, they were conduits, energy nodes, Atlantean power centers. They built them in alignment with stars, with the Earth's grid. You're not just looking at stone, you're looking at a motherboard of the planet. And now, look around. Look at who's not allowed in these spaces. Black folks, indigenous, the same bloodline they tried to wipe out. Ain't that ironic? Ain't that biblical? This is a resurrection story, not a fairy tale. The soil remembers, the stone remembers. And these titans, they waiting on you to remember too. Why you think they named them Temple of Shiva, Temple of Isis, Temple of Horus, Zoroaster, Osiris, Ra, and then told you it's just rock formations? They hoping you never go there. They hoping you never activate it, because they know that land ain't dormant, it's sleeping. And when we show up, it wakes up. That's why they erased our names. That's why they made us forget. That's why they renamed the land, the rivers, the mountains. Because we, the batteries that make the system reboot. This ain't no conspiracy. This is cosmic court in session. This is memory in motion. This is prophecy walking. You buried the truth in the canyon, but guess what? We coming, we touching that stone, and it's going to open.